friend of mine. And
Yes, ebusia mema obi bia akwaba. Breaking news ewo ahase. Edino edaso D sexy Dr. Ren. Send wonim no D Ren baby obefe bia. And komo we ameno babedin a very very important. A very very important, very very important. What you say? Enti ebusia mame no ni sa enkomo we mema o money ni komo we papa. Anytime you see me here, it's about Papa Ghana. Sene CCA no Edina and no. Papa Ghana. I love my country Ghana, and so I talk about Ghana. What you say? Semi di obi ba na me beka asemwa. I'm not here to denigrate any person, but I'm here to just give you an information. What is happening when it comes to our nation Ghana? What is happening when it comes to Ghanaian citizens? What we are doing, the greater things are and the papa and then you may be and so entry na yina yedi esia nyansa. Iti ene mene wo baba be didi nkomo, mene wo baba be twen nkomo nti bomodi a na eja pe aso na tie me nkomo no a mene wo baba be di no. It's very very important what you see. Because I've got this breaking news for everyone. Oye Ghana ni a odo Ghana na sebio ope eye nokre no. Nti mame emma wakwaba. If you've not followed me YouTube nzo amehrewa kindly do so. Follow my YouTube channel. Kindly follow my YouTube channel. Na eja yen grow together. What you say, yen grow together about the fact and the truth. Send your tea pepe no. It's all about the fact. It's all about the truth. I say. Nti nsɛm bi wɔ hɔ a agya yɛbɛka no sɛnea ɛteɛ pɛpɛɛpɛ sɛnea ɛteɛ a ɛsɛ yɛfira no ntoma no nso yɛbɛka no nyinaa pɛpɛɛpɛ 4 months ago me ne mu bɛdi nkɔmmɔ bi what is the update amanfoɔ busa the update no ɛyɛ nkɔmmɔ a ɛne me ne wo ɛbaaba bɛtwetwe ɛwɔ ha sei nti ladies and gentlemen yɛaso na agya fasten your seat belt na yenye den yen twetwe eye saa enkomo we and is enkoma I think say ehu hia ema yenyina what they say greetings to Eric Jansi. I hope I pronounce the name correct na eja yento aso yebeka wo msisi a enche yebeka jana wo msisi a we no video we meya na tete menche what you say this particular video no enya dia meche ewa ha enya dia meche too much ewa ha say enti bomodi a na eja ye endwetwe eye enkomo ewo eye afidie kese we so what you say so ladies and gentlemen what is happening dear na ekoso efa oman Ghana ho my crowd say me den semo a efa oman Ghana ho nyina no there is a new president in town. The president is doing fantastic. The president is doing great. Let us support him. Na ontimi nkoso, na ontimi nye adwumaden, na emboa omai Ghana ye nyina. So, without wasting much of your time, ladies and gentlemen, amemfa asem ni nyina no memfa enye den memfa ensum ewo ahase so encheye ena mede enkomo beto ho efa papa bi a ye frɛ no Kevin Okyere. What has happened to this man? Ɛdeɛn na menim asɛm bɛn na esie enkomo bɛn na ɛwɔ hɔ ɛninti Dr. Ren ɛnɛ mabomodia mo wo afie mu a matwe apia mu a mese mo nhwɛ na montie ensɛm no a ɛkɔso ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu ɛnti abusia men say adagye no ma mema wo the conversation ni nyina ɛfa abrantie bi a friend Kevin Okyere na the atene say Kevin Okyere a ye kana asɛm he was born in 1980 what you say ye won in 1980 ɛdeɛ na Kevin Okyere ayɛ asɛm bɛn na esie a ɛninti Dr. Ren me de breaking news yi ebre Ghana for. We enkansu you enkenja. Eye mepe na me de no kre no ebebre wo. Because I've told you, say politicians cannot bribe me from speaking the truth. I have told you, say I am here as a truth sayer to tell the nation the truth. And someone akos, and someone esisi, and someone air happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, this person I am about to talk about him, for chairman abrofun there sometimes they process it free they are cover pardon me so much going on what do you say so clearly the name of this person Ura Efreno Kevin Okyere. So Kevin Okyere was born in the 1980s. Me on a background about the person may kind of asemi. He was born in 1980. He schooled Ashanti region, Opokuwari and Oko school. Owie Otoaso Eco University United States of America. Owie ansoa obomodina ye adwuma kakra wo USA. He worked as a security officer. He worked in some other organizations. Na abraboni nkoyi ewo USA ho. Eti wo yese obebe fie. He will come back home, the motherland, and see send nimudie no a okọ school no a wakọ akonya no. O de beba aba be ye adwuma abeboa o man Ghana. Our USA school ben Okoye or attended a year a friend is saying George Mason University. He studied a year accounting. It was an accountant. What you see? Now, obefie no abrabo no one any mwasem. Say, as a young a year Ghanaian, he ventured into a year entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. He had an entrepreneur a year skills. Entrepreneur spirit. So oba Ghana, the obey and say, Osasie, se eja. Oba modia bon homodini na eja. We bie edwuma na wahwe send edwuma no ebeko. As a young man, ono na esie se owo entrepreneur spirit. O kire se osano na oton ice water na eja na ice water no na oton ewo ye a friend is a Kumasi Sports Stadium. At the map a year or more a year football ibi spectators. This is the account of a year Kevin Okyere. Nipanwa ene medina ba me ba abebone ho nkomo akyerɛw. The breaking news are me wo edema wo. And it's saying oba Ghana no obe venture into a year telecommunication and later on eventually occur into the energy sector. Free USA buy, what happened? What was his story? To him, life in the US was not life. Obetimi abobra. He thought to say he is needed in Ghana. Wako school, wako university to America. It will be basse or didn't name the about my Ghana. Now, ladies and gentlemen, oba Ghana no. How the success story no eshase. Oshase o Ghana na abrabon nso enkoyi still ni muaye din. So around 2008 he opened a company or two din Springfield Energy. Now Oshase Springfield Energy no a story Ghana fo bebre no munim ora Kevin Okyere American asemi. Minka asemwe emfengu ne nimu asementan no minchiri no. But I just want you to understand as a broadcast journalist, information abeka mensa amede ma. Na wankasa fakwa adwendwen. You see, in 2008 or establishing a company na emu eden mano na kofo free abem ampa kofo free so there was a new government, the government in town, a new sheriff. His name was Professor Evans Atta-Mills. Professor Evans Atta-Mills by the young man not only obia obeying Professor Evans Atta-Mills. As a young boy, while establishing an energy company no na enumemu ayeden amana. Fast forward. Greetings to everyone. Fast forward. Yakoba NSA. Professor Ivan Satamils, Fufian Tuata, Ufrimu, who became the next president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, took up the mantle. Said Obama Modiano Aiden, Wabua Ama Omaina Aiden, Akoneni. Now, I need to give you this background story for you to understand the person I'm talking about. What you say? Yes, I'm getting Metro Edia to me YouTube na wako kinkai na wako wenim. Now, 4 months ago, before I remember the 4 months ago, no, my mainstay a friend said the chronology of my case so that you understand. Because my videos are me go for me bring so far videos no publish it a friend say channel. So I need to let people understand. Now, dear TNE, in 2012, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama became president. Now, a friend, a mutual friend, Emma President John Mahama, and Kevin Okyere. Kevin Okyere didn't come this mutual friend. Say, President John Mahama, Ayobia, or Do Mine Ghana, all boy the youth, Sebi Omo and his Swadia Hunu, Eja, Ombesomo go into a year. A friend is say, "Bimu person go into mining, a bimu pharmaceutical industry, a bimu person venture into the energy sector." Into was say a branch ya, we need no President Mahama so need say, "En komo modiana nka omfa na nisu ade ehun, omfa nto President John Mahama anim." Na osre no, oma na kwanya, na ntumi no nye de enya enkitahudie. Na na nisu ade ehun na wo no, omfa nto President John Mahama anim. Into this mutual friend, ebo modini Emma Eja Abranchi Ebeshia President John Dramani Mahama. Now we share President John Dramani Mahama no. Now a year 2012 ye kotwaba. O kanin some chair President John Mahama. President su 18 no asupem. Now in 2013 ye to abani we ya so in President John Mahama. This young man esenya a year another opportunity. He met the President John Mahama. We share President John Mahama or catcher and nsem or catcher no America kwakotwaba. Say or a young guy awesi so. Now obuyamwa our person occur into a year oil exploration. Ladies and gentlemen, exploration of oil enyesika ketwa is an intensive capital business. Enya adia a year sebiu a year ketwa kra. Now tienye. Now this particular friend a year Ora Okyere eko president. Or the name some bebre to nanim. At the time, the capital as a winya to have a license to operate, to explore a year, a friend is go into the a year oil exploration, somewhere around $5 million US. The guy is a young Ghanaian, or when he's Swadia or vision, but when he's so what a yes, President John Mahama Yamano. So the president told him, Uncle Conqueror said, Ni obetimi Akikan and Sasi enya capital bia na ononso enhwe as a president of Ghana no hunu kwan obefa so obeboa no wetimi enya a license to a year a friend is saying obetimi dia akọ a year akwakoye this exploration a year a friend is saying businessy a branch any di tipempem sa wenya sika somewhere in 2016 President John Mahama invited this young guy. The difficulties to raise that amount of money. John Dramani Mahama wanted to help a Ghanaian. As at that time, not all Ghanaians in the pharmaceutical industry, Tobinco and Co. No Buanco for in the banking sector. Or just say Atu ACN and Co. And Atu ACN and Co. Until this oil exploration, Ghana ni bienim. Aho for na de biomba. So President John Mahama, I say, I'm going to help you so that you can also create jobs, employ Ghanaians, so that a time will come, I say, Ghana funds when it comes into the oil exploration industry, you will Ghana ni John Dramani Mahama did something fantastic for this young man called Kevin Okyere. Kevin Okyere, John Mahama Buana, Emma ni benya license to operate as what? A year, a friend is obi obeko into the oil exploration sector. Fofi Antuata, 2017, John Mahama lost elections. What happened in 2017? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was sworn in as the president of the Republic of Ghana. Kevin Okyere, Edin Ho Ekotwitwi President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. In fact, President Akufo-Addo's wife, Rebecca Akufo-Addo's sister, and Nebaba, Kevin Okyere, got married to Abayowa Way. Now, power has changed. Does that mean that Kevin Okyere and President John Mahama's relationship should be sour? No. Does that mean Kevin Okyere should disrespect President John Mahama? I don't think so. But what happened? When power changed, this young man called Kevin Okyere, Baby Obeshia President John Mahama, started disrespecting the president, started becoming more rude towards President John Dramani Mahama. Very sad. President Mahama Nyawoboni, he even helped you to gain the license as an explorer into the oil sector. Boni beno ayamao. Then so sebio. Some people, when you do them good, they pay you with evil. Kevin Okyere did the same to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 months ago, fast forward, 4 months ago, 2025, I came and I told the nation Ghana about Sir Kevin Okyere is being wanted by some Swiss company. What was his a friend is saying the situation? Why the sudden a friend is saying people coming after him, chasing after him? Why the Swiss citizens? Your guess is as good as mine. Knowing the MPP government and the people that was associated with that governance, corruption, sikadie everywhere, thievery everywhere. Now let me take you into a friend is saying the story ankasa. Anyway, the story is already a friend of Alberto G. Calcisia. Calcisia. Didn't word the so send you bit me abono so musa. Or you're the chief financial officer of a Petraco Oil Company. Na ti asemwa esi ever this particular company no. Mene wo eba bedi ho encommon. This particular Petraco Oil Company essay. Womo file a formal complaint with Ghana Economic and Organized Crime Office, Yoko. Who is the executive director of Yoko today? Raymond Acha. Who is the board director of Yoko? Mr. Daniel Domilevu. In Kofu petition, Ghana, Yoko. What was the issue? Petition, assembly and a petition him. Ladies and gentlemen, woman said, woman dear, woman what a friend is saying, asem eko edema or my Ghana, so my Ghana, emboa woman, adeya, and Kofu abba woman chrono. And call for no money. Kevin Okyere. Muhuno. Our friend home a multi-billionaire. No. Ebusia yentie de see. Was say, one file a complaint to Yoko against 2 Ghanaian petroleum companies, Springfield Exploration and Production Limited and GMP Energy Limited, alleging what? A fraud scheme of over 94 million US dollars, over 100 million US dollars. TMU. Now I'm say allegations no any. I say Petraco's chief financial officer alleges that the Ghanaian company committed fraudulent misrepresentation, criminal breach of trust, and concealment of financial transaction. The complaint details 2 cases. Now, in one case, almost say somewhere around 2024, Petraco claims it lost over 30 million US dollars in petroleum sales to Ghana's BOST, B-O-S-T. That bulk oil, a friend is a company in Ghana. No. Remember, Sa enkofo we move safam so omho ebombon ensem bi mu obehwe a the GMPC hon sensem bi wo ho a ekoso a Joko ni OSP ni Attorney General and the briefu Ghana for won't remember the case. Now, yem free ho. We see Although boss reportedly paid Petraco although boss. Now let me take it again. In one case around 2024, Petraco claims it lost over $30 million in a petroleum sale to Ghana Bost. Although Bost reportedly paid, Petraco alleges GMP Energy kept redirecting the funds. And inti, womo claim say, womo de oma supply petroleum ama Bost. Bost nso se omatua sika no. And so sika no omatua no so. Nkofo ya Petraco no womo san kan sika no. Na je say sa company Ghana company GMP Energy no. Womo omo redirect the funds na so mkoko tua de ma a friend say Petraco for no omo ntua. Now, in another case, somewhere around 2023, Petraco provided $100 million loan facility to Springfield Exploration and Production for an oil field project. Petraco claims Springfield received $63.5 million but misrepresented the project status and failed to repay the loan by August 2024. Now, Omuma Yoko for bail. Now, Oko the story, a friend is me publish rainbowradioonline.com. You publish a story 4 months ago. Ura Kevin Okyere, Emma McCancher is a story now you publish and a intro. As a matter of fact, wakin kind story ni be, but unim no credit no me breaking story 4 months ago no or me ye ano said you make cano me trantro. Me can someone me kan yin no or me deny sense someone make any a intro. Now, and me waha. Ana company Petraco for no. Omo friend me say, Ora Kevin Okyere, o mache no. Na me say, o mache no say. Na so o do Dubai no, o mache no. Die nti no do Dubai o mache no. Na yenko story nim, me sure the Swiss oil trader dragged 2 Ghanaian petroleum companies to Yoko over alleged $94 million. Now, yenkumu na yentu ye boase. Na yenkinkai the story na menkinkai ma tiemiye wow. I say a complaint filed on May 16, 2025 accuses Springfield and GMP Energy of orchestrating 2 separate yet interconnected schemes designed to deceive, misappropriate funds, and obstruct justice, with an alleged coordination across state agencies, including Ghana's bulk oil storage and transportation company, Bost. The petitioner alleges fraudulent misrepresentation, criminal breach of trust, and concealment of financial transaction. The petition detailed a cross-border web of deceit involving forged contractual commitments, fictitious irregularities, approvals, and misuse of arbitration processes in Dubai and London. According to the petitioner, the sales of a petroleum product worth over $30.8 million was executed between EDURC Company, DMCC, and GMP Energy Limited, with Bost as the end purchaser. The petitioner claims that despite BOST making full payment to GMP Energy, his company never received the assigned funds, alleging that GMP Energy Ghana and Bost officially, deliberately concealed the payment and provided false representations. The petitioner further alleges that the proceeds were diverted for undisclosed business operation. Now, Tiha, or say, a face-to-face meeting on February 3rd, meeting, company for the bomb mamania. And I was following a year in Semwa Air Koso. I got just a me what do you say? Subscribe to me YouTube channel because information I mean what do you say? I'm the only journalist that Kufa don't Ghana. As Sumaye, some British police if one chimney. It will crum or you sue a Ghana High Commissioner. Papa Usu and Kuma any military attaches to come after me because now me can't now me can't hear the truth. What do you say? The fact finding no, but the bremo come. Now that face-to-face meeting It happened on February 3rd, 2025. Yeah, a few way more. Not here. Reportedly revealed admissions wrongfully retaining funds by Kevin Okyere and Gina Malkani. Emra Swiss for we abrofu mienu we face-to-face meeting with Kevin Okyere no. That time no, the kudienti Kevin Okyere meeting in course and say MPP for lusu election. Now there is a new government, a new sheriff in town who is preaching a reset agenda. And who talk Kevin Okyere so. And quickly Kevin Okyere met these people. Alberto, a friend is a Petra Kufuor. Say in Samono me pesi ye kaneboko. E mamo magana phobia ante. Because a babontinia ebegu me hu animu ase. This new government no so no ono so aba no oya resetting agenda. It misremo ma papa no so nte. E die ntina na osuro se ompese the new government bete. Remember, after John Mahama helped this young boy called Kevin Okyere, Emaninya a license to what? To explore oil in Ghana, no? In our seas, no? Thereby, and said, this guy paid John Mahama with evil, even though John Mahama showed him love. It's not the yem shishino. Wakodi sika, wabokrono. Hey, asem we Ghana for tia, ye betina so, ye betina tum. Because he was hoping say MP before we no more break it. No matter no more cover no more protect no. Now, let's go into a year asomesi. Or say, ayampa was sikana de ye tuya he no. Hey, I want ho or the ayenuama. Or jitu no. Or no Kevin Okyere. Any Gina Makani. Or mo jitu. Now, the second allegation no, pertains the disbursement of $63.5 million US. Pardon me, sorry. I say, and no, 63.5 million to Springfield under $100 million US loan facility agreement signed February 7, 2023. Purportedly for the unitization of its Afeni oil discovery with any Ghana Sankofa Jinyame AGN field. Eponu edawo. Ya two din a friend is saying Sankofa fields. Explore. See benya more oil efrim. Na abranti we kwa J bosia. Se ono de baba oil exploration. Enkanya bone. Uye na unya ho mfaso a wakotua woka wodi bi etwetwa wo ho wodi bi etua wo workers na eja wodi bi etua na eja wo expand wo company but branch we die wanyesa Ghana for amaka so yemfa oman ma young guys maka chem say this is not the first time we are giving a Ghanaian young Ghanaians opportunity, but it looks as if many young Ghanaians are greedy and very, very fraudulent people. Now, again, see, the petitioner claimed the companies made false representations, knowing approvals hadn't been obtained. Unitization was stalled, and no credible repayment plan existed. Despite demands, Petraco hasn't been repaid, with the 18-month repayment period ending in August 2024 without settlement. Remember, it was Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's governance. Remember, Abrantene is married to Akufo-Addo's wife's sister's daughter. It will no feel say he is an untouchable. And that is what he threatened Mame Brunino Obano. Any papa ne say, or no muntimi mfane nkobe bia. As far as MPP tesoni de, omuntimi nya ne hute, yentimi nchini ntum. Now, yenkoso. O say, the entia ome petition Yoko. Say, he has therefore petitioned Yoko to conduct a formal investigation under Ghana's Economic and Organized Crime Office Act, as well as prosecution under the Criminal Offense Act. He wants Yoko to focus in its investigation on alleged fraud by false pretense, conspiracy to defraud and theft. The petitioner, the petitioner further invoked the Anti-Monetary Laundering Act, ascertaining that the transactions international nature involving Dubai-based EDURC and ongoing arbitration in London and Dubai was being exploited as diversionary tactics to evade criminal accountability. The complainants assert that the accused parties are leveraging civil proceedings to shield themselves from prosecution, despite documented criminal intent and direct admissions. The petition highlights a lack of cooperation with the Criminal Investigations Department, CID, and continuation of commercial operation funded by the alleged illicit activities. It is what Osiki in his reliefs, a petitioner. You see, under Akufo-Addo, utimi ko wiye sika na uma Akufo-Addo bi, uma Akufo-Addo ne nkofo a etwa no ho ahia ne bia, utimi ma omu sika ne bia, they shield you and they protect you. Under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's not shielding anybody. If you're a thief, the law should deal with you. A good father always will advise and warn you not to engage in any illicit activities. And that once you engage in those activities, if you are arrested, or no, oh man, so. But the Akufo-Addo, umani bidia, one money be so obe hunen hunau, no ababe jibi. Remember, Alistair Matthias, Akufo-Addo was referred as what? A gold mafia. These are facts. That is why I keep telling you, this is a fact-finding program. It shows that you publish a story, 4 good months in a year. Wehun working kind. Ombe challenge Dr. Ren say story na me dia ba bontino eyentro. Onim ni pefe say eyenokre. The guy eyekronfo. You see, I keep telling Ghanaians sometimes, oko kan because what time Kevin Okyere Ghana for the sa obi koswa na ya. Masa, enye so obi koswa na ya. Ye wonkofo bebre omo Ghana omo koso pa. Yes. Omo adwuma no koso pa. But on tise Ghana fo bi di omo ni esi womo. It's because omo adwuma no omo ye no, omo nam kwan pa so ye adwuma pa. Eboa nipa. Eden and who enkoba ensem. Now guess what? This young man, I remember another story. And no dear, if in Nigeria, Sa kronoboya or the big mu ewo Nigeria. Nigeria for ebekaye e kwanya Kevin Okyere abo krono ewo Nigeria. Na obo krono no wo Nigeria no wie ye no. The oye ne se intentem no ha or the sika kotoka. It cost over $200 and something thousand. Omo kwaji sika ni wie a. The omo de ye talk cars. Ye talk watches. It's not an issue. But you don't go for loans and find kobo life. And yes, swag, they said the original here, me try me swag simply. And so capri ni mi botomi. Hey, me sponsors name bra. And so almost omoba me can't create too much into musu. Mumbra. What you say, mumbra. Me no create Sam Jonah and co-sponsor me. Sam Jonah and co-sponsor me. And so maybe I me no create equity you just sponsorship. One sponsor me be. Say Sam Jonah Sam na make. Yeah. Anyway, so clearly the breaking news are me word in my Ghana and they said Kevin Okyere this morning was arrested in Dubai. Me no can say or Dubai itself. Yachin. Eja. Yeah, nhwehwemu koso. Now winning baby. Emra NDC we need power no. Maybe can't story nature. Kevin Okyere quickly ran to Otumfuo. Eko kachire Otumfuo bonea. Or there His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Say Otumfuo mpa acho. No one fan nine ensim. And yes, sir. yɛbɛkye no because we did bɔne dodo wabɔ korɔno dodo we amanfo sika dodo nti Kevin Okyere ɛkɔbɔ ɛyɛ otumfoɔ amaneɛ na ɔkɔ ɛyɛ owura John Mahama fie na yɛ pamo no sɛ akokɔ but mobɛhwɛ there was a video out na Kevin Okyere otumfoɔ kɔsra John Mahama mmerɛ bi otumfoɔ kɔ Accra na ɔkɔ His Excellency John Mahama fie. Kevin Okyere was part of it. The video is there. Ubetimi ahwe. Nsɛm bi a meka bia me wɔ ho fact because I know say we need factor the ebetimi ato because Akufo-Addo came after my life here in UK. Enye fact na mekuta enka me ho yɛ den ɛkyerɛ me pa. Now, ɛdeɛ na Kevin Okyere ɛhwehwɛ free John Mahama. The man that once upon a time assisted him and ensured that Obenya a license to operate as an oil explorer, the first in Ghana. John Mahama assisted him, helped him. Ghana assisted him and supported this young man. But this young man is greedy. This young man, eye obia, oye dwe ahomaso ahantan ebe share na kume. Do you know say NDC lusu ye no? Oshia John Mahama wo bedwomu a na osere no, na otwetwe no. He taught the life of John Mahama abenewie because now I worried to Akufo-Addo's the wife eba the wife a sister ba and you know feel it big. Humble yourself when God lifts you up, because you see the more you are climbing, remember others are descending, and those that are descending you need to ask them the question about they say. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Okyere me no ka say ya chino oede owo eye Dubai na me de me bompa ye se boni a wedi no ye betwe na so se ne tie pepepe na ye nye kataso me nwaso na we de obese onye a friend is saying asem no ensi ewo Akufo-Addo motan no aka so we de ye beja no we de o enkosi aga we de over YouTuber you see the picture of a year enkofo na odupu o we enye a friend is saying say oh we de ye koja no na bi e kwankra ofa so a owie sika no ye transfer sika oye 419 oye azan e de man nkofo timi e supply eye oil a man nkofo e bo modin akwaji sika ma no na adwumadi a ese odidi wamfandi na anei na odwane o teta yache no. The good news ni say onye nentem no onkonkotua nyesa Kevin Okyere ebia obehunu Ghana no na ache. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the breaking news medebema Ghana for. The good news they say there is a reset agenda. Be careful of what you do. Remember, when it comes to John Mahama, okori umoko a onbeti hu mfifiri o. Wa ori moko no. Wa na woni mbehihye. Wa na obeti hu mfifiri. It is a warning and a caution to all of us as citizens. See ebehwe ye hu so yi. Oman no wo say obema ye opportunity to become great and mighty. But let us not forget that if Ghana give you an opportunity, don't disrespect the nation Ghana. If Ghana support you, menye boniaye ema Ghana. Kevin Okyere eye boniaye di tia oman Ghana. Kevin Okyere eye boniaye di tia John Dramani Mahama wo boa no. Today, mo hu na wiye. Hwihwima de ekosonso. Ana mi wosika, ana matoka. Ema mo ni mbere nkofo bi a mo hunu mo mo ntentan no so. Nkofo bi o meba beka jo se na meton ice water. Ana mdi nya sika. Ana mi nya we na mi yesi. Be careful of those people. Many of these people are thieves. Midin eye Papa Ghana. Aha, and I'm in Sempano. Yes. Love you and take good care of yourself. Ghana be Ghana shall be built by Ghanaians. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever. May the God of John Dramani Mahama, who wipe away tears and replace it with laughter and joy, be your portion this weekend. Assalamu alaikum.